Salutations, my Fallout lovers. It is Matty here today, bringing you a Fallout 4 discussion video. Now, before anything, be sure to check out the link in the description to my previous video for a Fallout 4 discussion about a PlayStation experience reveal for Fallout 4. Anyways, a lot of you guys have been wanting me to discuss the scripts that Kotaku, quote, leaked a year ago, because in my Survivor 2299 video where we recapped all the updates that happened a year ago, a lot of you guys want to go ahead and have me discuss these scripts and just if they're real or not. And I kind of was shocked that I never really had a discussion video on this, and so I figured, you know, a year later, that's not too bad. I figured I'd cover it now. But no, really, it's been a year, and it's kind of had a lot of time to really sink into my brain, get my thoughts together. And so I figured I'd just toss this at you guys on my thoughts on this in the way where, you know, some people are just asking me, does it really have anything to do with Kotaku? Because during this year, they've lost quite a bit of credibility, where it's very possible it could have been made up because of the convenience of the fact that the game, they're saying, will be set in Boston. Because I know for a fact, and a lot of people who pay attention to game development know for a fact, that usually casting documents, just casting, not the actual documents that they use for the scripts in games, the casting documents are usually not pertaining to what's happening in the game itself. So naturally by this I mean that it says in the casting documents that you are going to be in Boston, you are going to be playing as some set protagonist, and that obviously doesn't scream Fallout at all, but yet it is a Fallout casting document. And so I thought this was interesting because it kind of relates back to Boston, where everyone was thinking the game's going to be set, still think it's going to be set, because that's where the Survivor 2299 was pointing. That's where the Reddit, quote, leak that ended up actually being fake pointed. So everyone was kind of thinking Boston. And now, it's interesting in my opinion that if this is an actual intentional leak by Bethesda to Kotaku, that maybe Bethesda went ahead and said, put it in Boston, lead them down the wrong path, let them think it's Boston, so when the game's revealed, it's in Chicago, something like that. And so that's kind of my thoughts on it there. But like I said, I did mention that Kotaku lost a bit of credibility and kind of sparked what I believe was this whole Gamergate thing with their whole, I think some editor at Kotaku gave some review or some game a good review and highly recommended, and it helped increase sales for this game a lot, just because the girl who made it slept with him or something like that. I think that's how the story went. And so since that happened, Kotaku's lost a lot of credit. Not a lot of people have believed what they say. They get a lot of hate, and although I still use them as a news source, it does make what they said about Fallout 4 a lot more skeptical, if you ask me, because now, naturally, I think to myself, well, they could have just lied about that, looked like the savior of the day, gotten a ton of hits, because that's easy. When you type in Fallout 4, that is literally like the first or second article to come up. So it's just a little, you know, upsetting that that has to be the case, where even the most, quote, official piece of proof that we have may end up being fake as well. But if you ask me personally, do I think this is real or not? I do think it's real. I think it's actual casting documents for Fallout. I feel like just based off the way it looks and stuff, it seems quite interesting that it would be fake. But it also seems hard to fake personally, but that's just me. I just wish that Kotaku went to that extra length and found a way to kind of reveal where they got this information from, or who they got it from, where it would be a lot more believable. But instead they took the route of saying, we can't say where we got this from, you're just gonna have to trust us, because naturally we're people on the internet, we're bound to not trust you when you say stuff like that. But anyways, I just want to go ahead and give my extended thoughts on this. You know, a year later, are these scripts still relevant? Be sure to let me know what you think about these scripts in the comments down below. I'm very curious on what you have to say about them. As always, be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Other than that, stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.